Hi, welcome to today's video. My name is Paul. So this week I'm going to be doing some charcoal landscape drawing. I got into this using charcoal kind of by accident or through necessity perhaps. Watercolor was the main thing I was doing. The thing about watercolor is it's a great medium, but it isn't the cheapest medium in the world. You need watercolor paper and you need, paints and brushes and things. So anyway, I was doing watercolor and I ran out of paper and I couldn't afford any more, at least for a while. So I had some cheap sketchbook paper and some, bits of willow charcoal. So I just started messing around with that. And that's how I started doing these charcoal landscapes. And it's evolved and changed over time. I really enjoy using the charcoal. Charcoal to me is something kind of in between drawing and painting. What I mean is, yes, you can put down lines, you can draw with it, as you would with a pencil, a graphite pencil or something. But you can also turn the charcoal on its side, create areas of black charcoal, which you can then smudge with. Some people use their hands, their fingers. I use Kleenex, tissue paper. Some people use like a chamois rag or something like that. Whatever you're using, you can smudge the charcoal and then you can create things that almost look like brush marks. You can soften edges. You can change the value of things. And to me, that it sort of resembles painting in a little bit, in my mind anyway. It is what I'm trying to say. It's a very versatile sort of medium. It's one of the cheaper mediums. It's usually easily available. Most art supply stores will have some sort of charcoal products. Very often they'll have several. And you can get charcoal in lots of different forms. Let's say I use willow charcoal. Some people prefer vine charcoal. The difference is there's slightly... Vine charcoal, most people will say, is a little bit harder, and willow charcoal is a little bit softer. Some people really get into the big differences and things, but to me, I would use either one. You can also get compressed charcoal, powdered charcoal, liquid charcoal, pencils, charcoal pencils. So there's lots of things to work with. If you're getting started, I would just get some, say, willow charcoal, a sketchbook, a kneadable eraser. You can see me using a kneadable eraser at the moment, and something to smudge the charcoal. Let's say you can use your hand, but it does get quite messy very quickly. This kneadable eraser is just, I use it as a drawing tool, so it's not used for fixing mistakes, if you like. It's used as another drawing tool. You can lift off some of the charcoal, exposing the white paper underneath. And that's really what this process is. It's putting down some charcoal, lifting it off, smudging it, putting down some more, and you're building up these sort of layers of values. And it creates a feeling of depth and it creates details. It's a very interesting way of drawing. But the kneadable eraser is just, I think, unvulcanized rubber. Back in the day, before they had those, I think they just used bread, whether it was stale bread or freshly baked bread, but just white bread was good for lifting off some of the charcoal as well. So this is a scan of the final drawing. Not the best one I've ever done. It's not the worst one. I don't use references and I don't really have an idea of what I'm going to draw as I sit down to draw. So it just sort of happens spontaneously. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, but it's the way I do things. I'm not saying that's the way it has to be done, but there are advantages of doing that. It loosens things up. You're not focusing in on trying to recreate details from a photograph. You're just making stuff up as you go along. So it does allow you to be very loose and expressive. and you get away from all the little tight control details. Anyway, if you haven't tried charcoal, definitely recommend it. It's worth trying. If you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching and listening, and hopefully see you again in next week's video.